to JP's Budget Collecting in another episode of our D&D game. We are playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh. So the whole crew is back together. We had to miss last week, and then Felicia bailed out the week before because, unreliable, but family stuff or something. I don't know. But anyway, so we are still playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh. I want to give a real quick recap to the fellas before we get started, where they were at and what was going on, and then we will get into this game. We see GT Key was hanging out early, as is Simon R. Perry, what is going on? So that'll probably be the last time I necessarily acknowledge the chat because I get too distracted trying to keep up with what they're doing. So here we go. At the start of the last episode, Felicia had disappeared to take a job to assist something with Lady Blackwood here in town. You guys don't really know what that's about, and that'll be up to Felicia to tell you if she wants to. In the meantime, you guys had hired on, you guys had a group come that was potentially going to help you sail the Sea Ghost. So a crew for the Sea Ghost came, and basically during that, they agreed to hire on for 5 days, kind of as a trial period for your mission to the Lizard Folk lair that's coming up at some point to see if they wanted to work with you guys and you guys wanted to continue to work with them. But while that was going on, you noticed the birds in the harbor were acting really weird. There was way more of them than normal. And then they started attacking the halfling that was potentially part of your crew. And then they had started attacking a little boy on the dock, which you guys helped. 10-year-old Ham Barley Wine. You guys were helping him, saved him for some birds. And he told you a story about a giant egg that he and his friends found a couple days ago. And since then, the birds have been going nuts. So you tried, Goldie tried to follow him into town to see if he could find the egg and the other kids. Goldie lost him in about 3 seconds up on the dock. Lost sight of him. But you guys found out where he worked and went to the snapping line. There you got a note from him. In the meantime, you found out about some murders that had happened in town. 2 people, one guy each of the previous 2 nights had been murdered with his heart ripped out. You talked to one of the victims, investigated the site of that murder, and Ordo did, and found feathers and bird tracks, but Ordo also investigated the body and found that it appeared to be ripped out by a wolf or some kind of beast. Had ripped the heart out. The rest of you, while he was doing that, went and visited with the town vet, which is, what was her name? I didn't write it down on this side. Holly Dove Dark Dusk. And you helped her cage some birds, and you guys discovered that the birds have been acting like super strange, but when they go back to normal, like a couple times a day, they go crazy, but when they go back to normal, they don't remember what was going on because she could talk with animals, and that they had a little rhyme or poem in their head that they were telling her that she had written down for you guys. You guys also, when you were at the snapping line, you got a note from Ham saying that he would meet you at the town meeting at First Bells the next day. Anything else? When you got on your way back to the boat for the evening, you came across a ruckus and found a guard had been killed. Same thing, heart ripped out. When you got the feather, but he had feathers also in his hands, and Gargle recognized them as belonging to a periton, which we showed you last week was a creature that with antlers, the face of a wolf, and the rest of the body of a giant bird, and that eat human hearts. You guys went to examine the house that the guard was found outside of. It had been ransacked, but there had been a booby trap of a flaming bird had come out of a painting and attacked you, but you guys defeated it and then decided to go back to the ship for the night. And that is where we left off. Any questions or follow-ups to our recap of session 10?
Yeah, the bartender gave me some really good milk.
Oh, this is true. Yes. Gargoyle did enjoy his milk, very much so.
Mommy? Sorry.
Sorry.
Anything else before we get started? All right. We had decided at the end of it that you guys were headed back to the ship. Is that indeed what you did? And if so, we will pick up there, or did you guys try to do something else on your way back?
Ship for me.
Okay. So, knowing that the town meeting was at First Bells, I'm going to assume you guys got up early enough to be there. And when you got up, you noticed that Felicia was back.
Was this a full rest?
What? Yes, you guys would have gotten a long rest. So anything, yeah, you guys were back in plenty of time to get a long rest based on what time it was when you guys dealt with the goals.
So what'd you run off and do?
Errands. Always errands.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys
Good
want to
errands.
relate to Felicia what you've been dealing with? Even though I just kind of did. But.
Pretty quiet around here, I assume?
Oh, so
No.
You've been doing errands, what?
Just personal things.
Is that like multiple errands?
Do
Oh,
we
you
know
say
this
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yes, I mean someone named Aaron.
Yes, very clever.
Named Aaron.
is that her first name? So who'd you do the errands for?
It's not, so what's been going on around here?
Oh, no, they're just chasing some birds around.
Murder.
I mean, can we just say we fill them in so we can keep going?
That's up to you guys. We can.
Oh, you're all still here.
Yeah, no, didn't count, man. No murder here. All right. Do you guys want to start heading toward the council thing then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I would assume we'll fill Felicia in on the way.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys filled Felicia in basically on the stuff I told already on the way to the thing. And let me scroll on down here. All right. And then let me get to the right spot. What was I here? To see. So, you guys. So this meeting was being held outside at the little town square, which is near the town hall, but not exactly. Kind of backs up to it. And get to the right part of my little notes here. So you guys come in and you come into the square here. And there's a bunch of people gathered. There's a podium up at the front. The roof of the buildings around gleam in the red light of dawn. A step rise to the building's main entrance, where members of the town council are flanked by heavily armored guards. More stern-faced wardens patrol the terrace, protecting the other guildsmen and nobles. The forecourt below is crowded with common folk and armed sentries. The locals wait for the council to speak, while nervously glancing around at the starlings who chirp in the eaves and surrounding buildings. So you come in, this place is pretty much crowded with people. You guys are going to come in probably from back here somewhere. What do you want to do? You were supposed to meet Ham. He told you he would meet you there.
We'll look for him. I'm scanning the crowd.
Okay.
I assume he's quite short.
There is it is kids. So as you guys come in off here to the side, you guys see it. You hear a little voice. over here. And he's like waving at you because he's seen you. And you see him standing with you see him point to a group of children off to the side over here, like kind of high. So he's like right in here when you guys came in, and he's pointing to some other kids over here.
Well, I'm heading to him first.
Okay.
Does he say anything when I arrive?
So he's like, "Here, follow me. My friends are over here." That's not the voice I intended to do, but that made it down.
Do you have a plan?
All right, so we follow him to the kids.
Yeah, so he leads you to the kids, and he introduced you to. Let me get the little kids, all the details on the little kids here, real quick. First off, he introduced you to a little girl who's crying, and that her name is Telme Pelt, which, if you guys will remember from the night before, Pelt was the last name of the house that was attacked. So they knew the parents were gone; they didn't know where the little girl was. So, a little girl of 10. Then he introduces you to Yerny, who is another little boy who's looking wide-eyed and fidgety. He introduces you to Marn, another girl, and finally to Flip, who is glowering at all of you but looks pale and shaken, and he's holding what appears to be a large bundle wrapped in cloth that is kind of round in shape. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm going to walk up, not all the way, but towards the dude with the bundle, and I'm going to ask him, is that it?
Yeah, yes. This is it. But I'm not going to get any trouble for this. We didn't know, right? You guys aren't going to get us in trouble.
No trouble. Now I close the distance slowly and kneel down and may I see it?
Okay, I'm always getting blamed for stuff that's not my fault. But yes, and he kind of uncovers it, and he uncovers part of it, and you guys see, basically, what appears to be about a foot by 10-inch wide egg. Texture is smooth, coloration is light with blue and silver flecks. Is what it looks like.
I say to him, little man, do I look like an authority figure to you? I don't think you need to be worried about us like ratting you out to the Poe.
Okay, I just don't want to get in any kind of trouble. I'm always getting blamed. It's always my fault, even when it's not. So he's starting to. Can you guys give me keep talking before we do that.
I say,
how about this? And I take out one of my gold pieces that I have on me. How about we trade and never speak of it again? You take this gold piece, I take this egg, and it's out of your hands. You don't have to worry about anything again.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay. That is I did not persuade him very well. That's a 7.
So he's still he looks at the gold like he wants it, but he's not thoroughly convinced that you're gonna that he's not gonna get in trouble yet.
I turn slightly and go, help me.
I say, I mean, I don't want to sound like a downer. I don't want to harsh everyone's mellow, but if you're always getting blamed for stuff, I'm willing to bet you're probably guilty at least some of the time. But, do the right thing here and you won't be blamed because we'll fix things, dude.
No, you'll be rewarded.
So give me a persuasion roll there, Gargle. See if you were
not my strong suit.
Can I help him since I'm trying to persuade?
Well, you can do their guidance or whatever that you do.
Yeah, well, you got guidance.
That's a 6-1, so I don't think guidance is going to help.
So yeah, that didn't persuade him super well. While you guys are doing this, though, those in at the back notice that Ida, who and the other council members have kind of stepped up to the podium, and get to the beginning of this. Sorry. Where's the part I want to get to? And a horn sounds, and she begins to like, "Hello, everyone. Hello. We'll be taking questions in just a moment." So, you guys want to try one more time here with Fit before the meeting starts?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
try. I'll try. I'll say, hey, just if you're afraid of getting into trouble, why don't you just take the gold coin, and we take the egg, and you guys, we don't even have to say where we found it. You want me to roll persuasion?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You need to convince him at this point.
Okay.
Can I help him?
Well, yeah, you can still your guidance. You can always do that.
No, can I help him since I'm trying to persuade him too?
All right. So
Like help, what do you mean?
I mean, the help action gives him advantage. Can I help him? I'm trying to persuade the kid too. We're trying to do the same thing.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
So I rolled I rolled an 18.
Okay, so he trusts the cat. Apparently, he likes cats. So, as he's handing you the egg, you hear her start to talk in the background, and
does he hand me the egg or Gold?
Or he's handing it to. He's handing it to Goldie.
I kind of put my hand on the kid's shoulder and I say, "It's gonna be a rough life for you, kid. I mean, like, you're a very bad judge of character, considering Goldie's probably the least trustworthy out of any of us. So, I mean, we're still not gonna like turn you in, but like, work on your people skills. It's just some friendly advice."
Put my hand on his other shoulder and go, "You need this," and guidance him.
Okay. So you guys are doing this, and you hear the crowd in the background start to shout questions at Ida. Give me a perception check, all of you.
15.
12.
18.
5.
4.
Okay. Well, Goldie and Woody notice that above them, a massive flock of starlings in
it was
in
really
a
hoping to be
vast
seagulls.
murmuration.
Eagles, remember?
Yeah, no, these are starlings. A billowing black cloud gets the golden light of day, like briefly blocks out the rising sun and makes the whole square kind of go dark. As the birds roll overhead in the unnatural gloom, onlookers start to gasp, and a giant eye forms in the shape of the birds form a shape of a giant eye looking over the plaza. As quickly as it materializes, the eye explodes, and hundreds of screeching starlings plummet from the sky and attack the people in the square. And I need you guys to all roll initiative.
What the crap? Even the dice roller is not being.
Oh, wow.
I got a 20.
I got a 1.
I got 7.
Oh, hang on. One at a time. Ordo, you got a 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Goldie got a 20. What? What's your
natural 20?
What's your bonus?
Oh.
Plus
my bonus would be.
No, you're going to be 20 plus.
24.
Okay.
You have a plus 4?
Well, don't I have dexterity and proficiency bonus?
No, that's just your not for that.
Initiative is just your dexterity modifier.
So 22. That's still 22.
Good. Okay. And then Woody.
5. I do have plus 4.
You got a 5 with this plus 4. Okay. And Felicia.
19.
19. And Gargle.
17.
And Gargle rolled a 17. All right. So you guys, as you're standing there, birds start swarming down into. I want to real quick. I want to look at one thing. I want to make sure I have this right. Okay, so each of these squares, just on your map, you guys are standing over here talking to the kids. You guys are kind of clustered in this corner. Each of the squares is a 5-foot square in here. And then, is that right? These are all 5 foot. Just want to make sure.
I do have my initiative is a +4. Just let you know.
So the birds come swooping out of the sky, and you see swarms of starlings in here, in here, and here, and over here. Initially, what do you want to do, Goldie? You're first, and there's people running everywhere. So,
and you have an egg.
And I have an egg in.
You have an egg in your hand.
Do I have a pack? I got a pack, don't I?
You do.
All right. So I want to put the egg in the pack.
Okay.
Do you have room for the egg in the pack? It's a foot.
Yeah.
It's a foot by foot, basically. You're gonna have to take some stuff out potentially.
Or toss it to.
Can I just be like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can drop it. How about if I
And you can hand it. We're right there. You can
Handing
hand
it to each other. That's not a football pass.
I don't look like you're gonna catch it. So I'll hand you the egg.
Okay.
Is that my action?
Yeah, that would be I think that's an action. Yeah.
I would agree.
Okay, so where am I right now? Actually.
So, all right, you were the one talking to got the thing. The kid was like right here. You were talking to him. You're right here.
And where are the birds?
There's birds that came down here in the middle, flock over here, and then there's a flock on the far side initially.
So the flock, that's the second flock. How far that flock over here? How far is it from me?
10, 15, 20-ish feet, but there's people in the way. So you're going to be...
Can I, before we get too deep in the reeds here, and this is not something that Gargle would do, but something that myself, I just want to point out that we aren't like the saviors of this town. We can just dip.
You can?
So keep that in mind.
Well, don't we have our minute discussion?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have 1 minute. You can talk what your strategy is.
Well, I have a suggestion. Perhaps I take the egg and just stand on a box and hold it up, because we're pretty sure it's what's causing all the bird problem.
So you want to like attract all of the birds to your face?
Well, I'm hoping they will take the egg.
You want them to take the egg.
Do we want them to take their egg?
You think it's going to be that simple?
Well, if it's not, we'll find out pretty quick.
Also, can a starling like handle an egg that big?
If they fly in the form of an eye and explode, I'm pretty sure they can figure out the mechanics.
Are their talons?
All right,
big
that's
enough
a
to grasp
fair
the
point.
whole of the coconut. Wait, no.
The laden swallow.
Well, why don't we just take if okay? I understand what Gargle or Alex saying, that we're not the saviors of the town. But we do have this foot by foot egg with us right now, and if we just take this egg and go someplace with it for now and figure out what this egg is, wouldn't that be better right now? And then us just, if we're not the saviors of the town, we find out, we get the egg and we take it from there. And now we have an egg, so we can find out. We can go back to the vet or whatever.
Okay, I'm going to give one person a chance to answer, and then Tony has to finish his turn and get started here.
Sounds good.
Tony, you're up. So what did you do? Did you go on and hand him the egg? Was that your action?
Well, so now I would say right now, look, we got this bloody egg. Let's get the hell out of here. Find out what it is. Let's go back to the vet.
So did you hand the egg off, or did you keep it?
I think he's saying he's
grabbing it.
Okay, so he's not handing it off.
I mean, I was literally giving him the egg to go fight some birds. So now we're regrouped. We talked about it. So now Yeah, I'll give Odo the egg. I don't care. It's like,
Well, I'm just asking what you're doing.
Why don't we find out what this egg? It's obvious this is the issue. The egg is the issue. Let's find out about the egg.
We think the egg's the issue.
Well, I mean, the kids
So
get the egg.
what are you doing then?
So I say we go back to the vet.
Well, but what are you doing? Are you doing?
I
that?
need you to take a turn. You need to take an action.
Yeah.
No more you've said your piece. Take an action.
Or
hold an action.
I go to the right.
Okay.
So you just like dip out of that alley?
Yeah.
Okay, well, like there's a crowd of people here, so you can only move like basically half your movement.
So how far are
people trying to get out through the alley?
What? So
that'd be 15 feet. Are those 5 feet blocks?
These are 5 foot blocks.
Oh, then he should be able to do it. Then, right?
Yeah, he can get he can get to here.
Okay.
All right, so get me to there.
All right, so he's with the egg. Next up is a swarm of. Let's see the first swarm, and this one over here did not obviously know you guys had the egg, so you just see it attacking a random person out here in the middle. Next is Felicia. What are you gonna do? You were kind of standing to the back because you weren't talking to the kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action, but I will move to follow Goldie, so I'll move right in there. Yeah,
so you're right in here.
Sure.
Okay. Next is Gargle.
Are the kids still there?
The kids have not moved yet.
Okay, I am going to I'm gonna say like, yo, little dudes and ladies, and just can you like huddle up and I'll protect you? And I kind of raise my shield over them to kind of guard them from the birds.
Okay, so yeah, because people were shoving, so they hadn't moved yet. So you're kind of between them and the birds. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
At this point, Goldie, who's holding the egg, has realized that it twitches in his hand, and he sees a crack form in the egg.
Oh shit!
So, next, the second swarm of birds, which was over here, which is fairly near to Gargle, can see because he was guarding the kids, sees it attack another group of people. Ordo, it is your turn.
Okay, I was standing like right next to Goldie, so
You're standing right next to Goldie.
I assume I can use the same movement and be next to him again, right?
Yeah, we'll say that you can.
Okay, well
Or
then
you-
I'm
or
going
you
to
can
cast
dash.
guidance on him.
You cannot
And-
cast dash right now or you cannot dash at the moment because there's so
Yeah,
many.
I know I'm not dashing. I'm just using 15 feet, the same.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast guidance on him, and that's my turn.
It wouldn't dash. Isn't that just like an action to use your action to move again, though? So wouldn't it just be another 15 feet?
It specifically says for this one because of the crowd and massive people moving that you are unable to use the dash.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Okay.
So next is Woody.
So there's like no birds like right next to me.
There's a group of birds attacking somebody right here. There's a group of birds attacking people here. You're basically like right here.
Which way did they exit again?
They went out this way.
Okay, I'll go out that way too.
All right, so I'm going to say you're right behind Felicia right here. Felicia's like right here. You're right by here. Goldie, Ordo, climbing over crates to try to get out that way. So, all right. The last swarm you see over here is anybody that's paying attention is attacking people. And then that is the end of this round. And at that moment, a giant Periton swoops over and lands on the roof over here. And he's backlit by the sun, so you can see his human shadow extend before him. And he roars, "Roar! You should feel honored to be killed by me. I will feast on your still beating hearts." And 3 Bloodhawks dive over, kind of come swooping in over the top of him, and I'm going to roll their initiatives. That's funny.
I have a sneaky suspicion this is what we're doing for the night.
Well, maybe. You guys, right now, you guys are running, so it is your 1 minute. So you definitely all heard him. So whatever you do, so you definitely.
Well, this is me thinking out loud here. I'm going to see what Goldie does and the people before me about the egg, if it cracks anymore or anything like that, or if he does anything with it, and then based on that, I will probably do some blessing just in case, and take the egg if I can. I have a feeling we might be able to use it as a hostage to get them to flee. Perhaps, maybe. I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud.
Anybody else want to say anything before Goldie will be up first?
Yeah, I mean, these are crates. How big are these crates here? Can we? Are they empty? Are they full? That's up to you.
I mean, there's stuff in them. They could certainly be used as cover, if that's what.
Can I put something in them?
Yeah, you can potentially put them in.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to be fighting three Bloodhawks and a Paradin on this, no matter what's going to happen here.
I mean, you can.
We got Goggle over somewhere in the middle of all this.
Gargle's in front of the kids.
5 kids.
I should do that. Okay. I did not roll for them. Okay. I didn't roll for the kids, so I have done that now.
Okay. So
go ahead.
I think we're going to be in a position where, one way or another, we're going to fight because we're 4 of us are going to the right, and one of us is sitting there with 5 kids. And we got Bloodhawks and we have Paradin. So it's going to be fighting either way.
Yeah. So to be clear on the movement thing, just because I think I like the way I said that, you can't use the dash action right now. The reason you couldn't go more than 15 feet was because you had to climb over the crates. So that made that difficult terrain. So you have your regular movement. You just can't use the dash until you get out of the square or whatever. So just to make sure that makes sense, because the crates are blocking that exit that you climbed over. So you could have went the other way. I guess I should have told you. You could have used your full movement to go the other way.
Okay. But
I just explained that. I just realized I didn't explain that very well.
So, so shouldn't we, as a group, help Gargle because he's out in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of kids underneath the shield?
Well, that's up to you, and you were exiting, so it's your call.
I know Felicia wouldn't care, but Woody and Ordo might feel differently.
I meant I don't want to see kids getting hurt.
I'm gonna need.
I think this may be our problem. So
I'm still thinking that the egg is the solution. But anyway, go do whatever you think you need to do there, Goldie. We will react to your action.
Well, I want to get this egg out of here. I mean, now since he stayed with the kids, now it's like it's not just get this egg out of here. Now we're like one of the team is left behind to be.
Let me ask you this: I think your trouble is Tony the kind of guy that would go and help, or would Goldie?
Yeah, what is Goldie gonna do?
Yeah, you're not Tony. You're Goldie. What would Goldie do? Do that.
What's your alignment?
My alignment is.
I mean, you don't have to tell me. I'm just saying.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah.
There's alignment.
If you're anything but good, you can totally do either or.
Oh,
Run
his
away.
alignment is neutral good.
Yeah.
Then you would probably want to at least help the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And with my background that I made up as a character, that's exactly what I would do.
Then
yeah,
do
I
it.
was gonna say Goldie is the soft spot for kids. So
Right. So, I mean, my background, I'm not supposed to like politicians, and we're end up with a politician. That's why, in my back of my head, I don't trust these politicians. But I was homeless, whatever, and I take care of it. And I give stuff to the people. That's why I gave them the boots and that type of thing. So I would be like, oh shit, I got an egg, but no goggles
Great.
up there with the kids. So
Then-
I'm
then
thinking,
go with that.
so
can we? All
it's
right.
your turn.
You're right.
You
So I
can do
want to
whatever
take
you
this
want.
egg, and I still want this egg, but I want to hide it. So I want to stick it in one of these crates.
Ordo has
Okay.
the egg.
Or you can give it to Ordo.
Well,
I
give
thought
it
you already gave it to her.
You
No,
gave
he
it
did
to Ordo.
not. He changed.
All right. So
it.
give it to Ordo. Yeah,
He did not give. He gives it to Ordo.
Okay.
Okay.
give it to Ordo. Now my
that's your
hands are free.
action.
Now my hands are free.
Now what do you want to do? Are you going to climb back in? Or you
Yeah,
gonna-
I'm going to try to help Alec out.
Okay. So you are going
Gargle.
against
Gargle.
the movement of all the people.
But
trying
I want to go along the side of the building here because that's where they are. I don't want to go. I'll just.
Well, the
straight
kids
out.
are over here, and you were right here.
All right. So
There's
then-
other people trying to well, obviously you guys kind of have it blocked, so it's really you guys that you're going to be climbing past.
All right.
So you can get to the kids. Yes, I would say you have enough movement.
All right. So I'm going to go to Gargle.
All right, so you go and stand next to Gargle. Okay. It is so you guys standing here. One of the swarm of birds, you see the first swarm of birds attack another group of people, and then the Periton, let me get to what he does. You see him. I want to get to his things. Dive off the roof and swoop down into the middle here and knock a person to the ground and attack them. So that was his turn, and so he's out here in the middle, and it is Felicia's turn. Felicia, you are right here.
I
You
think
just saw Goldie go back by you.
I'm sure she would curse and be very frustrated, and then probably step just over the boxes on the other side of the boxes and get off to the side on the I'm going to go left instead of right. I'm going to go to the square to the left of the right there.
Okay.
Because I'm in the empty one. Right
Blue's
there.
right here.
Correct? Yeah.
And I'll hold my action and just kind of be like, what is happening?
Okay. Gargle, it is your turn.
All right, what's the closest enemy?
There is a swarm of starlings like right here.
So,
And
so I don't want to lift up. I don't want to take away my shield if there's a chance that I can't cover the kids again before a bird comes to attack them. So I guess
Okay.
I'm just holding my shield up.
Okay, so you're holding your action for the moment.
Yep.
Okay. The kids turn and they're kind of frozen there, and with the crowd of people, they don't really have much place to go, or not necessarily brave enough. But you hear Phip say after he heard the big bird's voice, "That was the voice from last night." Or Gargle hears that.
Yeah. I
And-
say, yeah, I think we put that one together a little while ago, but good to have confirmation, my dude. Way to look out.
Anyway, so next up is this swarm of birds, and let's see. I'm gonna roll and see if they stay where they're at or come toward you. And they swing and start making they swing toward you and are going to attack you, Gargle.
Me? Cool.
Yep.
Bring it on.
You're the closest one. And so, yeah, the swarm of starlings attack you, and they rolled a 14 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right, so they don't do any damage to you. And next is one of the, you see at the same time you see a bloodhawk that was in the sky dive down and attack somebody randomly in the crowd. And at that point, it is the egg that Ordo is holding, and Ordo sees the crack in the egg enlarge.
What do I see in the crack?
Nothing yet.
What do I hear?
You hear something moving in there.
You hear an egg cracking.
So it is your turn, Ordo.
Alrighty. The boxes that are near me right there.
Yeah.
How high, if I were to climb on top, how high would they lift me?
They're like 3 foot. So like if you climb to the top of that, you'd be like, your feet would be like 5 feet in the air. They're like 2.5 feet apiece.
So I would be at least a good head and shoulders over the crowd.
Yeah, you would definitely be head and shoulders above everybody, although you would be kind of behind the building and in the corner here.
Okay. Well, I would like to get on top of one, and then this hand's gonna get on fire. Prepare for
Okay.
This hand's gonna raise up the egg with the other hand right next to it, and I'm just gonna shout out, "Paraffin! Take your child and leave us." And I'm gonna just hold the action of actually doing it based on what he says.
Okay. Well, it's not his turn yet, so
That's okay.
You see one of the Bloodhawks sees you. How fast can a Bloodhawk fly? Because I had them over there. Get to the Bloodhawk. Bloodhawk can move 60 feet. So let's see if this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So one of the Bloodhawks makes a beeline, but it only makes it to about here. So it's making a beeline for you. And it is Woody's turn.
Yelling is like a free action, isn't it?
Yep. You can yell.
Okay. Well, actually, how far up is the peregrine or whatever it was?
Oh, it attacked somebody on the ground, so it's up here.
Yeah. So 1, 2.
So you were here.
4, 5, 6. So I can make it to it. So I've got 45 feet of movement.
Yeah.
I'll run up there to it.
Okay. And what do you do when you get there?
First thing I'll do is like, why are you here?
So you're gonna ask it a question, okay?
Yes. Does it respond?
My destiny.
Okay. With that, I am going to try to spirit.
Okay.
And so that will be a 16 to hit.
Let me go back to the 16 hits.
And 8 damage.
All right,
and then I'm going to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And for the first hit, that is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And 5 damage.
Okay.
And the second one is a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. Then I will disengage.
Okay.
Which I can do because of Drunken Technique, since I use Fury of Blows.
All right.
And how much movement do I have left?
You said you had 45, and
yeah.
you were here?
Because also, since I use Flurry of Blows, I get another 10 feet.
You got 10 feet.
So I've got 10. That was 45 up there.
Yeah.
Or 35. Okay.
Hang on. So you were here.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You're basically 45 to it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll back up 10 feet.
Which direction?
Like diagonally back.
So like here. So he was here. You back to here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The last remaining Bloodhawk that was on the roof saw you attack him, so it's going to dive bomb at you. And the Bloodhawk. And it's going to attack. That's a 12 to hit. I'm going to guess it does not.
Nope.
Cool.
All right. And there was another swarm of starlings that one is still, you see it actually like attacking people up on the thing. So it's off doing its own thing at the moment still. So, and that is the end of that round. It is.
Well, I get to. You still use my.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
held action. Sorry, Felicia. You're Felicia first. You held your action first.
So there's that swarm of starlings
That just attacked Gargle.
right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will throw a firebolt at them.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna do it. That's gonna be a 12.
12 hits.
Hey.
They're just birds.
Well, I mean,
And a bunch of them at that.
Yeah.
right. Okay. Here. Ooh. Okay, that's gonna be 11 points of damage.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Gargle, it is your turn.
Yeah, since there's a swarm of birds literally attacking me, I am going to attack it with my harpoon or trident, whatever it's called. And that is going to be a 16.
16 hits.
Cool. That's 4 damage.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. All right. All right. You guys still have you have a minute to strategize here.
I have my action held too.
It wasn't your action. Well, whatever.
I thought your action was like the whole
Lighting the fire and
lighting the fire in your hand and holding the thing aloft.
Well,
Well, he did.
say
What,
it.
what spell did you use to light your hand on fire?
Well, I was preparing to do a sacred flame. That's a cantrip.
Yeah, that's still an action.
But he hadn't done the cantrip, I think is what he's
Yeah.
saying. He was readying the cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I got.
Because he was waiting to see what the bird said.
Well, the bird hasn't responded to you yet because it's not his turn yet. So, yeah, it's you held your action then. All right. So if you prepared your sacred flame, you got to cast it. Is basically what your action is.
Yeah. So if something's going to beeline for me, then that's where I would cast it.
Okay. There's a bloodhawk flying right at you. Yes, it's like out here.
Yes. Then I would like to sacred flame him in the face, please.
All right. Give me a.
Well, you actually have to roll a dex save.
That's a dex save, and that bloodhawk is nifty because he dodged that easily with a 20. I'm gonna guess.
Okay, so flame just goes right by him then, and I can't move till it's my turn. So that's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he was a crafty little bloodhawk. All right. Now's your 1 minute then. Sorry, I didn't realize you were holding your action. 1 minute. You guys are kind of separated, so I'm going to say you can't do a ton of talking, but a few of you can.
But I mean, I personally can talk.
Goldie
to
and Gargle and
Gargle, right?
Felicia are probably close enough, and even Ordo could probably overhear. So,
I mean, I think at this point we're in it. We just have to keep fighting, except for whatever Ordo's trying to do.
Okay.
Well,
you guys can strategize, but I don't have any like insight other
the
than
bird its turn is before mine, so I literally have nothing to do until it's my turn because I mean, so depending on what it says, I'll either be able to end this by handing it its kid, or we gotta just fight, and I'll fight. So pretty simple with that. Just
I would tell to Gargle, let's get rid of these birds and get the kids out of here. Because I'm basically there just for the kids right now.
Okay. Well, Goldie, it is your turn.
Okay. So I guess I attack the birds.
The ones attacking Gargle?
Yeah.
Which birds?
No.
The flock of birds. Okay, so I got a 10. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. 10, but with my dexterity, right? So that's 12.
12 hits.
Okay. I don't need that. I need it. So that's a 10 to hit. 10 hit, 10 damage.
Okay, you did 10 damage?
Yep.
All right, so that swarm of birds is no more. So
cool.
I'm clearly like terrible at playing a fighter because my name is Fighter and I do consistently the least damage out of everybody.
well, you didn't use your little psi thing that time, though. But yeah.
Yeah.
What next level? Don't you get 2 attacks around?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when it'll start.
Mhm.
All right. That swarm is dead. So the swarm that was attacking people over here realizes also saw Ordo with the egg, and so he starts to go toward him. So that's 10. How far can they go? 20, 30. Oh yeah. So that swarm of birds flies and attacks you, Ordo. So I'm going to guess, though, a 10 does not hit you.
No, it does not.
Okay. It is now the Periton's turn.
I can see what he says.
And he did hear you. And get him, I will feast on his heart. Is what he says. And he takes flight. He does not go after Woody. He takes flight. And he flies over here and he attacks you.
I don't guess how far does he fly over me?
Well, he can fly. Let's see. So
I just wondered if I got an
so if he
attack
goes
opportunity.
up 10. Hang on, you're right, because I didn't think that. So if he flies, he's going to fly high enough to get away from the crowd. So
Does your spear have an extra reach?
No.
So
No.
I'm going to say if he flied up like 15 feet in the air,
Then
and then he does not get to you, though. He is like in the air above you guys, about right here. So he does not get all the way to Ordo with his flight. Actually, he would. Actually, it even says a Periton does not provoke opportunity attack when it flies out of an enemy's reach. So, and actually, he wouldn't get that high. So he's going to go 30 feet up and only get about halfway to you. So, and it is Felicia's turn.
Yeah, now there's everybody coming towards me and Ordo. I'm trying to rethink my strategy.
Well, you're here. Ordo's standing here.
I'm on the other side of the boxes. Yeah, exactly. So they're flying like right in front of me.
They're like he's in the air about 30 feet up, about 20 feet in front of you. So,
well, plus there's the blood raven or blood hawk.
There was a blood hawk that is like right out here,
exactly.
And then there's a swarm of starlings currently attacking.
That's probably a waste of a spell. I will. The closest, the swarm is there. The blood raven's the furthest
The
back.
bloodhawk is like right here. The swarm of birds is right here. You're right here, and then the big bird is like right out here.
The
But
big
30
bird
feet
is
up in the air.
controlling everything.
But he's
Which, but I'm trying to. Is it considered a humanoid?
Medium monstrosity.
Okay, so Crown of Madness wouldn't work on that one. Okay. I'll throw a witch bolt at the Bloodhawk.
At the bloodhawk. Okay.
Yeah. Ugh, that's a 10. God damn it.
That misses.
There you go. Red. Worthless.
Okay. Gargle, it is your turn. You are currently not being attacked by anything.
I'm not.
No, you guys killed that swarm
Okay.
of birds.
So what's the next closest thing to me?
The dude up in the air, or you could turn and attack the swarm of birds attacking Ordo, or the bloodhawk is kind of like 15 feet up in the air. So
Okay. I'll try to shoot an arrow at the Bloodhawk.
okay.
That again.
Long range guys.
Oh, that is a critical miss.
Okay, so your arrow just flies past the bloodhawk and like hits some dude in the shoulder that's in the crowd.
Yeah. Sorry, my guy.
So, you jerk! And he responds. And it is at this point, all the kids have like ducked down and are like hiding behind the boxes here, the crate here,
Cool.
trying to hide. And it is that Bloodhawk's turn. So it is going to. It's been attacked by a couple different people, but it's only got eyes for Ordo at this point. So it joins the the swarm in attacking Ordo. But I'm gonna guess it misses too. That's a freaking 11.
Yep.
So these birds are not very good at attacking anyone. At this point, the egg's turn, and the egg cracks more, and a piece kind of falls out, and you see the beak of a bird. And you
Okay.
hear, hang on, let me see if it actually makes
Like a
sense.
normal bird or like
Is it similar to any of the beaks?
Hang on, let me see what it says here. When the egg starts your cat. So yeah, no, it looks like a baby. It doesn't have antlers, but it's got like a strange looking animal face, and it like cracks through the egg. Now, all the at that noise, all the different birds are now like have turned and realized for sure. And it's your turn, Ordo.
Okay. If I go forward, opportunity attacks abound, right?
Yeah, you're engaged with two groups of stuff.
Okay. And even if I move backwards, opportunity attacks abound.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to take those, but let me explain what I'm doing. First off, I can see, or well, I actually don't have to see them, but near me, within 30 feet of me, is Gargle, Felicia, and Goldie, right? Not Woody?
Yes. Woody is, he's more than 30 feet away.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast Bless on all three of them that I mentioned.
Okay.
So whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw, as long as I have concentration up, you can roll a d4 and add that number. And then I'm going to just drop the egg and let it land where I'm standing on the box and use my movement to go forward off the boxes by like Felicia somewhere in there, and I'll take those two opportunity attacks.
Okay. The Bloodhawk misses, and the swarm rolled a 13. Does that hit? I don't think it does.
That does not hit.
Okay. So, all right. It is. Okay, that was the Bloodhawk. Oh, that was the one that attacked you, Woody, after you attacked him, right? Did the Bloodhawk try to attack you last? No, that was
No.
It did or didn't?
It did not.
Okay. No, that Bloodhawk was still doing other stuff. Never mind. So that one's gonna turn. Where did that one go? I lost track of one of them.
Wait a minute. Did I not have another attack of opportunity to go against
I
me?
rolled twice. One of them rolled a 3, so I knew.
Oh, okay.
So one
Never
of
mind.
them.
Then they're all good.
So where did I have that Bloodhawk? So I had the one flying toward you.
It was like attacking somebody off to the left.
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna like there was one over here, I think, that was attacking somebody in the crowd. It's gonna turn and fly this way. So it's gonna fly the 60 feet, and it's going to also attack Ordo. Because its last command was to get him, and it rolled a 22 to hit. I'm gonna say it hits. Probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it hits too.
And
Which unfortunately will break concentration.
Well, there goes that one. Okay.
well, he can roll to save concentration, but that's a 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, let me take care of that. And then let me roll here. Mother freaking! I rolled once just to roll, and I got a 15. But every time I've had to actually roll, I got a 6.
All right, so you lost concentration.
Didn't even get to use it.
And Woody, it is your turn.
All right. I guess I will come down
right here.
Yeah. So I should have like 35 feet back to where I was, which is where the Bloodhawk, I think, should be, right?
Yeah, that'll get you. You can get back to Ordo.
Yeah. I'll go back there and attack the Bloodhawk that is attacking Ordo.
The one that just attacked him? Okay.
Yep. And I will spirit. And that'll be a 14.
That hits.
And 9 damage.
And you
And then
shish kebab that Bloodhawk right there.
Is it dead?
It is dead.
Okay. Is there anything else within my reach right now?
Within 5 feet. How far did you move, Ordo? You just hopped down, right?
Yeah, I used all my movement to hop down and get towards Felicia.
Oh, okay. So there's a Bloodhawk and a swarm here, and then what's his face? The big bird is up here in the sky, and there's nothing immediately next to you at the moment.
But I'll go over and attack the other Bloodhawk.
Okay.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That also hits.
And a 8 damage.
And that is also dead. Shish kebab, 2 Bloodhawks.
Well, that wasn't a shish kebab. That was I guess clapping my hands.
That was a palm strike. Yeah. Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, so that one is off the board. And the last Bloodhawk is gonna also fly that way, and it saw you just kill its 2 buddies, so it's gonna attack you, Woody.
All right.
And I'm gonna say a 12 doesn't hit though.
Nope.
All right. And that brings us to nobody held their action that time, so back to the top. Goldie.
All right.
Or you guys can talk for a minute.
Kill them all.
Right. So 2 Bloodhawks are down, and so
The Bloodhawk, 2 swarms, and the mean dude, the big bird left.
oh, okay. What am I close to?
Where were you? Were over here next to
Gargle.
Gargle, right? So there is a swarm of there's a Bloodhawk attacking Woody, and then there's the swarm of starlings right here.
I'm closer to, and there's still people
You're
running
closer
over
to the Bloodhawk attacking Woody.
So I'll attack the Bloodhawk.
Okay.
Okay, 16.
16 hits.
Okay. Nine.
And you kill that Bloodhawk.
Okay. And can I move still? Because I didn't. Did I move?
You didn't move. No, yeah, you can still move.
How far am I away from the birds that are attacking Auto?
Like,
They close
well,
enough?
it's kind of a crowd here, but you could step around like 10 feet because he said he went toward Felicia. So Ordo's here, Woody was here, you're like right here. So yeah, you can step over and get to them.
And where and the Paradin, is it still
The Paradin is in the sky 30 feet above you guys, right up here.
All right, so I can't.
I
hit
think it's a
anyway.
peloton.
I'm gonna and the kids are covered.
The kids are hiding behind the crates right here. And there's
So-
a lot of the people. A lot of the people have made it out of the square at this point. There's still a few people. There's still another swarm of starlings just attacking people randomly. But most of the people have kind of taken cover. And I'm going to actually, because of that. But yeah, so. But
Right,
the square is starting to clear out a little bit at this
All
point.
right, so I'll move towards the birds and then attacking Auto.
Okay.
And that's it, right? I don't have a.
Yeah, you don't have a second attack. So
Yeah.
All right. The other swarm that was attacking people over here is going to move toward you guys, toward all the cluster of stuff. And how far can it get? 50 feet. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So it's right here. And, but, so it doesn't quite get close enough to attack any of you. I don't think it right here, based on where you guys are at. So, okay. And now the Paraton, who's up in the air, it is his turn. And he is going to, where is his thing out? He is going to dive attack Ordo. So, let's see. Of course, straight toward the target. So it's going to attack with a gore attack. That is a 20 to hit. It's not critical. It just with the
Okay,
thing.
I was about to ask. Yeah, that hits.
That was not a crit. That was just a thing. And then that's a 6 damage on the gore, and then because it was a dive attack, it does an extra 5 damage.
Okay.
So 11 total.
Okay.
And yeah, so that is the end of his turn. He's now on the ground right there next to you because he dove down and basically tried to land on you and attacked you. And it is Felicia's turn.
All right, then I will cast a witch bolt at that big thing.
Okay.
It's a concentration spell, and I'll use one of my second level spell slots at it.
Okay.
14.
A 14 will hit.
Nice. Okay. So the idea is a crackling beam of blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target.
Okay.
The target takes, in this case, 2d12 lightning damage, and on each of my turns in the future, I can continue to deal that damage.
Okay.
Unless my concentration is broken.
Okay. So how much damage did you do?
Let's take a look. I haven't had to use die 12 in a while.
Oh, this supposed to be over here.
Okay, that's going to be 16.
16. He is feeling that, but he is not down yet.
It's my first second level spell, guys. I've never done that before.
All right. It is Gargle's turn.
How far am I away from the?
So you're right there. Like,
Okay.
Ordo was right here. It basically landed on top of him, and then you were right in here. You guys are all like crowded in here at this point. Like, it's about as packed as you can get.
Cool. So I'm gonna say, "Yo, Peloton, take this for a ride," and attack with my trident, which would be a 15 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Cool. That's a big 3 damage, but I'm going to use my psionic strike.
Okay, so with the psionic strike, does it make it magical or does it make it?
It just says you can propel your weapons with psionic force.
Okay.
It
just has resistance to non-magical piercing, slashing attacks. So okay.
Yeah, I think this just makes it basically makes my weapon hit it harder. From
okay.
So that is another 2.
Okay. So he is super bloody, but he is.
I'm going to use my action surge to attack it again.
Okay.
That's a critical miss.
All right, and then you stabbed him the third time, and like you stabbed Ordo, but you just caught like his pack, so he's like, ah! So you didn't actually injure him. So with that, it is that was Gargle's turn. This point, the egg starts, makes another like screaming sound, which makes the parrot actually realize that Ordo doesn't have it, but it is Ordo's turn.
Okay. Crossbow to the face of the parrot.
Okay.
That's going to be a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Well, crap. So how bloody is everything and everybody looking? Like, I take a glance.
I think you're the worst of the group of you guys. The 2 swarms of birds that remain are basically look like there's still a full number of birds, and this parrotin though is super bloody.
Okay. Well, in that case, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I cast that and move it to his face. And let me bring it up to remind myself how I. There we go. That is, I make a ranged spell attack. So that's going to be a. That's going to be an 11.
And that's going to miss also.
I hate the dice. I hate these dice.
So,
that's a waste of spell.
Woody, it is your turn.
All right. I am going to try and stab it first.
Okay.
And that will be a 14.
14 will hit.
And that'll be 9 damage.
And so that's halved. So, yeah, he's just barely standing at this point. But
okay, then I'm going to jump up and give him an elbow to the head. It's a 19 to hit.
19 to hit, that hits?
Yep, and 5 damage.
Oh, and when you do your little sweet little elbow move, like his head spins all the way around and you hear his neck crack. He crumples to the ground. And in that moment, the remaining birds that are in the sky and in the flocks attacking people, get to the part what they do here.
It didn't even have a cool quip. I quipped and I didn't kill him. There's something off about this thing.
But as he crumples to the ground, you hear the a sound come from all the birds. No, beloved.
Whoa.
And like the remaining birds, you guys are still in combat. The other swarm that was still around swoops down and attacks Woody.
Huh.
You will pay, they say as they attack you. And they rolled an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And swarm of raisins. That's the wrong thing to roll because it's all of them. And they do. And what's the plus here? There's no plus. 7 damage.
All right.
And it is back to the top of the order, Goldie.
All right, so I got birds attacking Woody, and I got birds attacking Otto.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I closest to?
You're probably closer to Ordo.
Right, so I attack the birds attacking Otto.
Okay.
Oh, not 20.
Nice. All right. How much damage do you do?
So I don't need that one. Okay. 11.
All right. Was that doubled already?
I was
or
going to
is that-
say an odd number would imply that he has not doubled it yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you roll a natural 20, it's a critical hit. You double your damage.
so 22 then?
Well, you double the amount you rolled, not the
Oh.
modifier, right?
Oh yeah, you should roll extra.
So no. Like what was your dice roll before your modifier?
My dice roll was 11.
You didn't have any damage modifier to add to that?
I don't know. I just roll like I rolled the dice that John told me a while back.
Are you proficient with the weapon you're using?
Yes.
So you had your
proficiency
proficiency.
with the yeah. So
What weapon are you using?
What did you use?
I'm using my rapier.
Because that's
He should be
a
proficient
D1,
with
D8,
that.
isn't it?
Well, 24 if you're adding his dex. That's a +2.
But yeah,
11 plus 2.
Well, where'd you get 11 though?
Yeah.
If you're attacking with a rapier.
Yeah, he
Just
just
right
A
there.
rapier
1d8.
should be a die 8, and then
Oh,
you're
die
adding
8.
onto that
So
your
I've been rolling wrong here.
possible.
Or did you use your sneak attack? Is that
Well,
what
just-
you were?
Yeah.
Were you adding in your sneak attack? Because that's the extra D6. You didn't tell me you were doing that, but yeah.
So that would be 2 dice, right?
So it'd be a D8 and a D6. Is that what you rolled?
Yeah. I'm freaking confused.
So
what did you roll?
I've been doing this totally wrong then.
What did you roll?
what were the dice? Yeah, is it a die
what
6?
did you actually
Okay.
roll?
So you're rolling the 2 correct things. You're just doing it as a sneak attack.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So add double the D8.
Right.
What
So
do you-
that was the 3.
Okay, you roll.
So the D8 was a 3. No, that's a 6. I'm sorry. The 8 was this one. That's the D8.
Yeah. What
Okay.
did you roll with that?
That was the 8. This was a 3.
Okay.
All right. So that's how you got
Would be-
11. Okay. So there'd be 16 plus
16.
3,
Plus your modifier.
which would be 19 plus your modifier, which is
My modifier was a 2.
all right.
So that'd be 21 total.
21 total.
21 total.
Okay.
All right. Sorry
So
about that. I just got spooked.
No,
no, you're fine. Just
Fine.
so there's almost none of those birds left, but there are a few.
Okay.
And it
From
is
now on, I'll say I'm doing a sneak attack. So then I'll put that aside. Okay.
and it is that swarm's turn, but they're gonna keep attacking Ordo. And they rolled a 24 to hit, or 22 to hit, sorry.
What? Did they move to attack me? I didn't know there was a swarm over there where I moved to.
Mm-hmm. There was a swarm that
the
Goldie
one
just
that
It's
you
attacked.
already
ran.
attacking you.
Okay. What's the damage?
3. And it's Felicia's turn. So there's one swarm. The swarm that just attacked Ordo is down to just a couple of birds.
Right.
And then
My
there's
concentration
a
spell is done. So I'll do a firebolt at the healthier group of birds, the ones that are still coming in.
Okay.
Where'd I go? That would be a 15.
That hit.
Okay. That's going to be 10 points of damage.
Okay. And it's Gargle's turn.
You're still not dead?
Well, he attacked the other swarm.
Oh, there's 2 left.
There's still 2 swarms left.
Okay. So I assume that one that he attacked is the one closer to me as well.
I'm trying to remember where everybody's at now. He attacked the one that was. Yeah, it's basically equal distance.
Okay, so whatever. I'll attack that one that Felicia just attacked with my trident. 12.
That hits.
6 damage.
All right. And there's just a few of those birds left. And it is Ordo's turn.
Okay. Nice information there, Zach.
Oh yeah.
I am going to cure wounds myself first.
So you're touching yourself?
Yes, I am touching myself, and I roll an 8 for the dice, so that means I heal a total of 8.
What?
I heal 14, and then spiritual weapon, baby. I have it, so I move to I guess the ones that were hitting on me, and that's a spell attack. So I got to roll for that. Roll a 4. Man, these dice are pissing me off.
And you totally missed your whatever the form your spiritual weapon was. I don't think you ever said. It just went flying by the last remaining birds. And
well, at this point, it's probably a dick. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
By the way, with my bonuses, it would be a 9 to hit.
Yeah. Woody, it is your turn. I assume you're going to attack the swarm of birds attacking you and not the ones attacking Ordo.
Correct. And that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And 6 damage.
Okay.
Here.
Almost all of them are gone, but there are a couple left.
And I'm going to try and kick the other ones for a dirty 20.
That hits.
And 5 damage.
And you kill the last of that swarm, and the remaining swarm that was attacking Ordo flees into the sky, and you hear once again the voice you heard earlier. This is not over. You will all pay for killing him. And the birds kind of fly out of the sky, and people start ducking out from under the buildings and stuff. And
Do they take the egg?
No, they left the egg. And you guys hear the little bird behind you coming out of the egg going, squawking at you. So, what would you like to do?
Well, considering I'm pretty sure we killed its mother, father, or whatever, and the others just left it, we should probably humanely put this bird child down.
To the,
why don't we take it to the vet to make sure what the hell it is? You're assuming You're a
good point.
You don't.
The vet can put it down if they
Yeah.
Yeah.
think it can be.
Well, we should do that right now then, because I have a feeling it's about to escape out of the egg
Right.
soon.
All right. So I say
No,
we
it's
go to
definitely
that.
it's out of the egg. It can't fly yet, but it's out of the egg at this point.
Okay, well, I'd like to go and use my rope to wrap it up, and then I asked them to tell me where the vet is because I didn't go. So
All right. So we take a walk to the vets.
I would
Let's
like
take it.
to try
Where's
and get the
it?
horns off the one Perryton that's down.
Oh yeah, huh?
Okay, you're gonna try to
Good
cut the
call.
horns off of him, cut
Yeah.
his antlers off.
Yeah.
What do you have to do that?
That is an excellent question.
I mean, what do you
do I
see there?
have to do that with?
Can you just take the head?
Might be easier than trying to.
I've got darts.
Okay.
Oh, I've got a long sword.
No,
I don't use it because it's not a. I don't get bonuses with it, but I do have a long sword in my inventory.
so you're just gonna cut the whole head off?
Yeah, I'll just cut the whole head off.
Okay.
All right. Give me a strength check to see if you can cut it off in one swing.
Or athletics,
Um,
or strength, strength.
athletics is the strength thing, right?
Yeah, but I'm proficient in athletics. That's
yeah,
why
you can do athletics. That's fine.
that will be 14.
I'm going to say that you whack almost all the way through, but not quite.
Okay, then I'll whack it again.
Sometimes you have to keep whacking it before something.
Yeah, that one is a dirty 22.
Oh, and that time you get
Unlike a natural 22.
So the first time you kind of left it like a nearly headless Nick, but the second whack you managed to get through. So get all the way through it. All right, so you now have a Perryton head.
Sweet.
You're just gonna pack it around, strap it to your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what Zach was saying in the chat really quickly while we have a moment.
Which confuses me.
I looked it up because
Yeah, I did too.
what the rules say are basically like any damage that is dealt during the initial attack is, I mean, I think technically you're supposed to roll the dice twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've always just played that you just double it.
Yeah.
So something like my Sonic Strike would not double because that happens after a successful hit is made. Because I was wondering if that would also affect it. So it
Yeah.
doesn't. So,
So
if,
Yeah.
One way that I have it worded here is all dice involved in the attack's damage are doubled by a critical hit, but you don't double any modifiers or anything that's after the attack. So Sneak Attack is extra damage he gets in certain situations. So in that particular
If you want to
case,
get
it is
technical,
it is
you
rolled at the
roll
time.
dice.
So what does it mean? The amount of extra damage increases as you gain levels in this class. As
As you
shown
get
in-
higher, you'll roll
Yeah,
more
so
dice,
like-
more d6.
yeah,
Yeah, or you'll roll like a D8 instead of a D6 or something like that.
yeah, I think at level 20 you're rolling like 10d6 for your Sneak Attack.
So am I rolling, since we're level 3, am I rolling 3d6?
No,
No.
it'll tell you in your like
Yeah,
in the
it
section
tells
that
you
says
on the little
on the
sheet
level up
in player
when
handbook.
it goes up.
Your chart. Yeah, it tells you your Sneak Attack damage.
You got it.
Let me.
Yeah, you actually have 2 dice. At,
Oh, I see it right here.
at
Oh,
level.
okay, yeah.
So you
So, yeah,
left
I'm
out
supposed to
dice.
roll-
but-
I'll
well.
roll
We know now. We're good.
Okay.
So first level, you can totally once per turn you can deal 1 extra d6 on a sneak attack. The amount of extra damage you gain level as shown in the sneak attack column, which is
Third level, you get 2d6.
yeah. So at third level, you're supposed to be rolling 2d6 now.
Right. Yeah, I just put another die here.
We'll know that now. Just
Yeah. And then at 5th level, you'll go to 3 and so on from there. But yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So you guys are doing what now? Sorry.
So
vet, head to the vet.
heading to the vet.
at a brisk pace.
All right. So, as you guys, yeah. So yeah. So if you do it that way, yeah, you're supposed to just roll extra dice. Is what you're supposed to do on a
No,
crit.
okay.
So, I think we've always just doubled it, but yeah. Okay. So, you guys walk down the street to the vet, and you proceed to. You guys just going in?
Yep.
I got this thing in my robes. I'm busting in.
Okay,
I'm
so
interested.
as
I
you
wanna
guys
know.
enter the vet this time, the office is less crazy than it was before. There's still some birds in cages that are currently going nuts, but there's not the number of people in the waiting room, and you do not see her initially, but there is a bell on the counter. What do you want to do? Or do you just want to holler out?
Hit the bell.
So Ordo goes and rings the bell, and you hear Holly from the back. Just a minute. And after a minute or so, she comes hustling out. Oh, gentlemen, you're back. What were you?
What is this? And I'll just plop it out on the counter or whatever.
Well, that's a baby parrotin.
Knew it.
Where on earth did you get one of those?
It was lying around in a crate.
In a crate? Who would be crazy enough to steal a parrotin egg?
I have no idea.
Certainly
what-
not.
I
Certainly
think
not
this
like a
one was
bunch of
looking for
kids.
it.
But what should we do with it?
I'll hold it up the head and I say, I think this one was looking for it.
Oh my goodness! Has that been what's been attacking everyone?
Yes.
So let me get back to here. Let me what she's going to tell you. What it says about the baby parrotin here. Sorry. I just find the well, I mean, you can certainly try to return it to
Oh no.
its parents, or you can of course try to raise it. It definitely will need some raw meat if it's going to survive.
I have plenty of that.
I will say parrotins grow quite rapidly. It'll be fully mature in just a few months.
Do you think it would make a good pet?
Yeah, I was going to ask that too.
Yep.
That's a good question.
Yeah, what-
They
What-
tend to
what-
be
what-
chaotic evil. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
How
Is
much
that-
is
is
this
that
nature
nature or
versus nurture thing?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I've never known anyone to try to raise one before.
Challenge accepted.
They tend to be quite aggressive beasts, and like obviously if it was the one attacking you, you know that it'll like try to consume a human heart, and so yes, they are often quite aggressive. So it would be quite the trick to try to raise one. You would need excellent animal handling skills.
Oh,
well,
I mean, I've got a +3.
so do I.
I mean,
I think it might be testing our luck. Perhaps you should just put him down. We think that's the parent anyway.
I think there's like something in between keeping it and murdering it.
Perhaps I can find someplace that can take it.
Do you think you can?
Certainly, that would be a better option than just killing the poor little creature.
Well, it's not the easiest, but if you think that is an option, okay.
So, are you gonna hand her the little baby bird?
I haven't been holding it. She's,
I would definitely ask her, is it possible that this creature, this egg, has caused the other peregrines to be attacking us?
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's certainly possible it could be looking for its egg, but it seems overly aggressive and just like hunting people. And I heard there was like the birds were speaking this morning. Is that true?
Yes, they threatened our lives.
Oh yeah, they also turned into like the shape of a giant eye, exploded in the sky, and like flew down and started attacking people. So yeah,
a parrot certainly doesn't have that kind of control over other birds.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like some sort of evil magic dude involved somewhere.
Which makes me feel like just giving it to somebody might not solve this problem. But perhaps we need to return it, or I don't know.
Well, you know that I believe like baby parrotons can be used in certain kinds of rituals as well. But I wouldn't know for sure. Perhaps there's someone in town that could help you with. There's other sources that could help you with that.
Could I do a religion check, see if I know anything?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a mother pearl. That's a 10. I don't know anything.
Is there anyone else?
No,
No.
you don't know anything about the sorts of rituals that a baby parrotin would be using.
I haven't rolled over a 10 the entire night.
You know how I feel usually. So
You just muted yourself to talk, John.
Maybe he has it set to die 10.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, are you rolling a 20?
Yes, I'm rolling a 20. I know what a 20 looks like.
So, is there anyone in town who could give us the information?
Well, I don't know for sure, but you might try the little roadshow gentleman. I know he has lots of obscure knowledge. His books might have something for you.
Oh.
I was really hoping you'd say someone at the snapping line. I could
Well, I don't
really go
know
for some milky.
She looks at you kind of oddly, and she's like, "Well, I don't know of anyone there that would have knowledge of obscure rituals or birds."
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you didn't know of anyone who would have milky because they got some good milky.
She just
Or do
kind
we
of
need
like
to take the bird as well?
she like turns to Ordo. She's like, "Is he okay?"
Yeah, I mean, do we leave
No.
the bird here, or do we carry this thing well around?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's up to you guys. I could certainly like put it in a cage in the back if you'd like.
Yes, please
please.
hold this maybe a day or two. We'll go see if there's some answers from this man.
And
Okay.
are bad if any pelotons come like riding in here.
Right.
Yes, just pedal hard and maybe
Right.
they'll go away.
Well, hopefully I'll keep it in the back, and it shouldn't be able to make enough noise that something outside could hear it. So
Well, I think they have built-in speakers, don't they?
you're an odd one, sir. Very strange. And with that, she kind of snatches the bird from Ordo and takes him to the back.
Let's ride, my friends.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
Does Ordo need to be like healed or anything?
I healed myself.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he touched himself.
Yeah,
do you.
he touched himself, and
Yeah,
Yes.
you do you.
Let's go see the bizarre guy.
Let's go to the roadshow.
Yeah, let's go to that guy.
okay.
Let's get there because we can't start the lizard folk thing. We don't have time. Of course, that's metagaming, but I would kind of want to just end this other thing real quick. Go to the bizarre guy.
Oh, that was dumb. Sorry. You guys are like, what the heck happened? Hang on. Wrong button. Oh, I couldn't remove it. So you guys are gonna go visit. What was it? Let me get back to the. Actually, I should have left it up there so I could have read the thing. So you guys are gonna go visit.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
1 week only. Will Dake
Yeah.
Withkins Relics Roadshow. No object too odd. Curio Discovery Origin History.
Yeah, let's go to Will Dax.
All right, so he's back toward the square, but he's just off the side of the square. And you said I see a big banner saying Relics Roadshow above like a door. And as you enter, you hear some raised voices as you enter a room piled high with books. A brawny middle-aged woman and a bespectacled elderly man has a bespectacled elderly man in her clutches and is shaking him by the collar of his robes. 2 more tough-looking men are also present. One brandishes a hefty tome-like weapon while the others look on menacingly. Papers have been scattered from the desk to the floor, and an inkwell has spilled, splashing the wood. What do you guys want to do?
Excuse me.
Uh,
Which one of you is Will Dack?
Oh, that would be me. Don't bother us. We're trying to do business, the woman says.
That was the woman.
That was the woman.
You ever think about going by Dick Dack instead of Will Dack?
He kind of looks at you curiously. He seems not like super concerned, but like he looks at you curious. No, never thought about that. I thought I told you to leave.
Well, first off, you're not the boss of me. And second, I don't know if you noticed, but there was a giant paraffin and bloodhawks around here attacking everyone, and we need some information from this guy to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, as soon as he does what I need, you can speak with him.
Well, what do you need? Maybe we can help you help him make it faster.
He needs to give us a proper write-up so that we can sell this.
What is it?
What's wrong, Will Dack? Why?
Well, do you guys
I'd like to know what is it. What is it?
Can you not like wrap it up here? What's the big deal?
see, they appear to have a jeweled necklace in their hand that she's wanting to sell. Well, I can't disperse my own name by saying something's real that's fake. Clearly, these gems are not real. I need you to say otherwise.
All right, so I go up to her in between them. I want to do an intimidation roll.
Okay.
Tell them we don't have time for this. Go take a walk.
I was going to ask for an insight check. So
Well, let him do intimidation first.
yeah.
Okay, so 19.
Oh, she definitely lets go of him and kind of backs away. Fine. We'll come back later.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yeah. My insight check was on Will Dack, see if he was being truthful about not wanting to say something's real that's not.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What would go ahead and roll it then?
Okay, so that'll be finally. I don't know if it's great that it was on this, but natural 20 plus 5.
Well, I don't think he needed that much, but yes, you could definitely tell that he was. He comes across as very honest, and he was definitely unwilling to write something false for them.
I know this to be an honest fellow from what I've seen so far.
Thank you, Seth. Thank you. Much appreciated. People, how good would my name be if
Yes. We don't have time. Look, paraffin eggs and small children. We got a problem. What do you know about them?
Wait, no, what? No, eggs and small children. What are you talking about?
What?
The young. What will they call them? Like younglings or like worm? What's a baby paraffin called? Or do you not know?
I didn't say a paraffin.
A paraffin. Okay, a baby paraffin.
Paraffin is like wax.
Yeah, a baby paraffin. Do you know about them?
Back on.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure I have something here somewhere. What is the question you're wanting to ask?
What rituals
Yes,
can
can
be
they
used
be
in
used
ritual?
in rituals?
Rituals. Let's see. If look for the books. Help me find a book on birds or peritons, or like help me see if you can find something in the stack. So there's just a stack of books.
I'll help
So
him.
I
look.
need anyone that wants to help him look to give me an investigation check.
Investigation check.
I don't
I
see
got a 0.
I got a straight 16.
What do you roll? The what?
0.
Okay, Woody like trips over a book and falls down, and
I rolled a 1 -1.
I need you to roll a d4 of like damage when you hit your head on the floor. Gargle, what did you roll?
A 10.
A 10. And Felicia has apparently abandoned us. Oh, nope.
Okay, so
I think
those.
she's not really interested in looking for his books.
Okay, so she didn't
I
look.
think
but-
she might just like glance at things, but she's not really going to go like searching through his stuff for him.
Okay. Well, Goldie rolled well enough that he finds a book, and he's like on parrot that appears to be on like carnivorous birds. So he grabs it and like he starts digging through the book, and he's like, "Oh yes, peritons. Vicious creatures they can be. Let's see, rituals.
Do you know how much a head one of them would be worth?
Oh, that is quite interesting. I don't know. I mean, I guess to the right collector, it might bring some value, but
Bear in mind that, like, I assume this thing is too large to fit in your pack, so you're literally just holding it by the antlers, asking this question.
I think the antlers were kind of like coming off my back like this.
Oh, how fascinating! So you like so Woody's distracted him from the book, and now he's examining the head and the antlers.
Blood
Like,
still dripping from behind you.
this is quite a specimen. Are you going to
Hey,
disturb it?
focus on one thing at a time.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, so he goes back to the book and he's like, Let's see, rituals of the Puritan. Well, I believe that, let's see. There is a ritual, you know, that, so you're saying with a baby, they would use a baby for, let me see. Yes. It's known that an egg can be part of a ritual to transform a Puritan into a man. You know, they cast the shadows of a man. So an adult Puritan could use the egg in a ritual to turn it into an actual man and take the form of his shadow instead of being a Puritan. The baby would be left with the shadow of just its regular self.
But just the egg or the baby?
So you're saying the fact that the egg is now hatched means it cannot be used in a ritual.
It wouldn't be used in that ritual for sure.
I think that's kind of a moot point considering we killed the Peloton.
Yeah.
So, I mean, regardless of the fact that it's born or not, like, if that was the dude they were trying to make into a dude, I mean,
the birds were already talking after that dude was dead.
Yeah. So it meant
birds were talking. Interesting. What could make?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of talking were they doing?
Were you not paying attention to the giant crowd outside?
Oh no! I was probably in a book this morning. I heard something of a ruckus, but you know, always looking for something. Let's see. Talking birds. Let's see. So he starts digging through his books again, looking for something else. And after a little while, he comes up with another book. Let's see. Let's see. So you think something was controlling them, huh?
Yep.
Let's see. There are what creatures can control. Maybe this. And he puts that book down and he goes digging for another book. And he comes up and he's like, yes. Sea hags are known to hold power over birds.
Great. We're dealing with hags now.
Well, that's certainly a possibility. Let's see. Yes, they're known to be able to control them usually with the tides. It's when they control them the strongest. So that's,
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
That works. With
Are
the-
they?
Yeah.
Are there any hags known in the area?
oh, well, hags are usually.
Yeah, your mom.
Ordo, would you like to respond to that?
She was delicious.
That's what they all say.
So he just like looks very confused, all of you, and then he's like, well, anyway, yes, well, hags are migratory. They like to be transient. They move their lairs, are designed to be mobile.
Well, it
You're
seems
saying that they live in mobile homes.
Well, yes, certainly, some sort of mobile home. For
Wait,
Yeah,
sale.
like
that's definitely
perhaps
Odo's mom. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just playing.
So is his mom.
You're quite the jokester there, aren't you, young one?
No, she's tricking.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, are there any hags local?
Well, like I said, sea hags are usually they migratory. They still have.
Would they have like a giant flying boat?
Yes.
Ooh, interesting! A flying boat.
There seems to be a hag in the area because of
You
what
guys do
just
have
explained.
a riddle, by the way, that you
Yeah.
might
Yeah.
be interested in.
Where would they most likely be, and would this help? And
So, the riddle. A
Yeah.
riddle?
Let me get to the riddle so you guys can remember it. There is your riddle. So do you hand him the sheet with the riddle on it?
Yep.
Well, most likely the sea hag would be out at sea somewhere. Let's see. North of Rocky Wellbone Isles, seaweed lair of salt defiles. West of Saltmarsh, home of boats. Dead but not dead, blubber floats. Seabirds flock to widow's den. Slaves to magic hawk through wind. Cursed by lady of the sea, close the eyes and set us free. Now, where did you get this from?
Hey, there was the bird turned into an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, close the eye.
No, they did. So, so he's asking where you got this from. Where did you get this message from?
I forgot already.
I wasn't there, but they said they got it from the
You guys got it from the
veterinarian.
vet who told you she got it from the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they were thinking.
Interesting. Well, it indicates, north of a whalebone isle, west of Saltmarsh, clearly. Something with clearly an area of seaweed. Dead but not dead blubber floats. That implies some sort of undead whale or some creature, perhaps. Seabirds, slaves to magic. Clearly, that is it seems to be indicating the hag controlling the birds. This last part. Dead but not dead blubber floats. That could be. I wonder if she's using a whale carcass or something out at sea, clearly. So I would say yes, if you could find any indication of where she might be out off the coast, looking for seaweed and a dead whale, perhaps.
Then perhaps we should all go and take care of the lizard folk issue. And as we're on the sea sailing, we keep an eye out with this as our guide on where.
So how much do you think this Peloton would be worth?
The
I
Peloton?
think it's like about $49 a month.
Oh, to the right collector. I don't know. You could certainly get some gold for it. Let me think. Let me see here. Skulls. Let me see if you the head itself, and you see him digging through some other stuff. A true Peloton head, skull and antlers attached. Let's see. Oh, you could probably get 20 or 30 gold pieces for that.
You think at your auction you could get that?
Oh, you want to see if someone here would buy it? Certainly, we can certainly. Now, normally, I don't necessarily hold a ton of auctions. A lot of things, people get my my signature of what it is and what it's, a general like as proof of that they're what they have is real. It's usually what I'm used for, but obviously there will be an auction here into the week. We could try to sell it.
Also, I've got these gold skull and apple and what else was it? Gold skull, apple, in a rose.
Weights in a rose, I think is.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention the weights. I was just.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just the rope. Let me see. So he kind of takes out a little eyeglass, just kind of looking them over and holding them, and kind of like, interesting designs. Clearly, like, not that well made though. Let's see. Fairly soft gold. Yes. Quite unique that people would make them for this. But so, what is it you're wanting to know about these?
How much do you think they're worth?
Oh, let me see. Back. I don't remember what the potential value on those were.
Do you think they're worth more in this shape, or if I melted them down? They're just gold.
On 1 second. Oh, I would say someone would give you. I mean, the right person might pay a little more for them, but the right kind of collector or something. But they're probably get to the right section. I would say the skull itself is probably worth 20ish or maybe 25 to the right collector gold pieces. This apple, the gold quality here, it's not super high on any of these. The apple and the rose, 5 to 10. You might get a little more for the rose just because the design is a little intricate. Yes.
What do you think if I melted them down into a large gold brick?
Into a gold brick? You might get actually probably about the same. I don't know that you would get any more for these. This is not the highest quality of gold, I will say.
Okay, I thought it was high quality gold.
I'm afraid not. But you're probably better off. It just depends. The gold itself is probably worth about the same. If you find the right collector, they might give you a little more, though, just because they're already into these intricate designs.
And plus, you'd have to like either pay or do the work to melt them down. So,
yeah.
Can I do, I guess, like a history check to see if I know anything about like dead whales or anything because I'm the most recent one to sail into town, right?
Sure. But you've been there a couple of weeks at this point. So,
sure. 16.
Don't know anything about whales, but you do remember like an area of like a big seaweed.
All right. Well, that's a place to start. Can I relay that to the group?
Cool. What do we know of seaweed?
We just remember seeing like there was a big like floating mass out to the west.
What do we know of seaweed? Like, is that normal?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like you'll get like big floating things of seaweed. Yes, that's not not a common occurrence necessarily, but you do see those. Yes.
It seems as though we've got all the answers we can here.
Oh, okay.
Anything else I can help you gentlemen with today?
Do you know of where would be a good place to sell this other than your auction for the head?
The head. If you'd have kept the whole hide, the leather people might have taken the rest of the skins. You might have been able to.
Yeah. What a maroon.
But otherwise, I I don't know. It just depends on if there's a collector in town that would be interested in such a thing.
I mean, another option is to like put it on a pike to scare off other pelotons.
Well, I guess
We only let everyone know we only deal in Nordic track.
you could
I heard
strap
they
it to
run
your
a
boat
gang
as a masthead, I guess.
While we're about to leave, I pull out that alchemy crystal that I have in the bag of holding and ask, would this be of interest to you?
I'm trying to remember where that came from. Okay. I got to remember what that is. So hang on.
Well, he does that, and you look for that. If I run back to the location, is the bird still there that I could skin out?
So if you go outside, it's the corpse. You see some guards standing around the corpse, along with a couple of members of the council.
I'll just tell him I forgot to skin it and ask if it's okay if I skin it.
And you would know, being with me a little while, you would know that if I have hide or bone or anything, I can make like shields and other stuff.
And I can also sell the hide to the.
Yeah, the lady was willing to buy the hide from him if he skins it. So let me. I'm trying to find that alchemical stone that he had. I forget what that is now. So
But
no, you're okay. I just gotta remember what room you found that in, so I can remember what that was.
It was in the. I think it was in the with the skeleton person.
Was it? I didn't see
Was
it.
it?
That's where I started, but I didn't see it. Oh, the luck stone. Yeah. Okay.
No, not that. It's called a crystal of alchemy.
Alchemy crystal. See, I thought you found those upstairs. I thought actually.
Okay.
I just gotta find which room you found that in.
Don't worry about it. It's gonna take up too much time.
All right. Well, I'll get it to you before next week because we're about to end. I'll find that before. I'll make a note so that you know before next week. I'll give you an answer. If you're gonna try to skin that, previous chapter, I forget. Just remember what she'll pay you for and what you have to do to get that. You got to do a test to make sure you don't screw it up.
Yep. So I've got my leather workers tools and stuff.
Yeah, I just gotta remember which one that. Okay, you need to do a sleight of hand to see if you can skin it.
All right. That would be a 17.
You do indeed skin it.
All righty.
The challenge rating on that thing. Okay. So yeah, you skin the rest of it.
All righty.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to do anything else, or we want to end it right there?
I assume head back to the ship.
And get ready to go see some
I'd say
seaweed.
we head back to the ship and end it there.
All right. So you guys head back to the ship, and we will call it a week right there. And we will pick up either. Well, we'll figure out what we're going to do for next week or not. So, all right.
I thought we were skipping next week.
Well, I was going to talk about it real quick before we left, but anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank you to Zach for giving us some tips. It's my first time DMing Zach, so we're still a little rough around the edges, but we'll figure it out. So, and yeah. So with that, we're going to get out of here. Thanks, everybody.